What's up, guys? Coming to you today with a full slate of NBA and MLB action here on Wednesday, April 8th. I'll give you my favorite picks on the side and over-under on each game. We're going to break down the biggest MLB games of the night. I'll give you my favorite underdog pick of the day and my massive lock. So as a thank you to me, take that 10th of a second and slam that like button. It really helps get these videos promoted out there on YouTube. It's a huge part of keeping me motivated to make these videos every single solitary day. Also, check below and see if you're subscribed to the channel. We're on our way to 100,000 subscribers this year. That is the plan. That's the dream. We can see that around 44% of our viewers are not subscribed. So check below and see if you are subscribed to the channel. It really helps keep things moving around here. Also, it keeps you from missing out on these videos that we're putting out every single day, and it's absolutely free, so check and see if you are subscribed to the channel. Also, get out there and share these videos with any friends, colleagues, acquaintances, family members, anyone you know that's into sports betting. Share this channel with them. Maybe we can help them out a little bit too. Also, get down there in the comments. Let me know anything you're looking at today across the sports world. I'm more than happy to get back to you. I can also reach out to the premium handicappers over there at stumpthespread.com if you're asking me questions about UFC or NHL, sports that I don't follow and I know very little about. Definitely while you're down there in the comments, make sure you're checking the pinned comment throughout the day. That's where you'll find my favorite picks from every single video. That's where you'll find my massive lock of the day. That's where you'll find my dog of the day. And that's also where you'll find a link over to stumpthespread.com to make sure you're not missing out on any of the great information over there. There are free picks over there every single day under the free picks tab. There's the free email newsletter, and there's also those red hot premium picks that have been absolutely killing it over the last couple days on MLB. Definitely got to get over there and check out those. In terms of a recap for what we had going on here on Tuesday, we got off to a very good start on the Orioles at -135, a solid 4-2 win for Baltimore behind a good start from Trevor Rogers, and a lights out performance from the Orioles bullpen. Gunnar Henderson had a hell of a day at the plate. That definitely helped out too. We also cashed the Timberwolves at -12.5, a comfortable 20-point win there for Minnesota over the tanking Pacers. DeSumo led the team in scoring kind of as we projected, and Bones Hyland had a big game as well with 19 points in his 21 minutes. Those young guys with lots to prove are going to put up numbers in these games against tanking opponents. Now, unfortunately, the Heat are looking terrible right now. That one's probably in really bad shape. We've got the Thunder -15.5. That one is much later. We beat some significant line movement, so hopefully you guys jumped in on that one early. Unfortunately for us, but very fortunately for the premium members, our dog of the day there on the Brewers +130 ended up losing 3-2. Milwaukee, they got to crochet for a couple runs, but they just couldn't tough it out there against the Boston bullpen. They wasted a good Mizorowski start, and yeah, the premium members got a nice little win over there on the Boston side, and that gives me a great chance to remind you guys that I'm not the premium handicapper over there at stumpthespread.com for MLB, UFC, NHL, anything like that, so these picks are usually not going to match the premium picks. We've still got the Celtics live there on the money line as our massive lock of the day. Unfortunately, the Hornets are absolutely shooting the lights out in their current game, but right now Boston's only down by 4, and it's only it's early in the third quarter, so we'll see how that thing finishes up. But now let's go ahead and dive in. We've got lots of games to get to today. We're gonna actually cover Major League Baseball first, and then jump over to the MLB or the NBA side. So let's go ahead and get after it, guys. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you're getting over there to stumpthespread.com. Check out all the great stuff over there. And now let's get after it. First up, we're looking at the San Diego Padres going on the road to taking the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Padres come into this game fresh off a tough 7-1 loss there against the Pirates. Not a really great Tuesday out there for them for sure. We'll see if they've got a bounce back in them. I mean, going up against Skeens can be tough. They're going to hand the ball in this one to Michael King. He's 0-1 on the season, a 3.38 ERA. He's made 2 starts this year. The first one went really well there against the Tigers. 5 innings, 1 hit, 6 strikeouts, 4 walks, allowed 1 unearned run, albeit in a 5-2 loss. Then he went to Fenway and it didn't go great. 5 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 4 earned runs, allowed to give up a home run in that game as well. So not a fantastic outing there, especially given that the Red Sox have really struggled this season. So we'll see how things work out for the Padres in this one. We'll see how things work out for Michael King. Obviously, the Padres bullpen, after having a great year last year, has been decent. I'm not going to put them in the elite category yet this season, just in terms of how their start is looking, but I think they're probably going to be okay. The offense for the Padres is a huge red flag. They're 26th in slugging percentage, 22nd in runs scored. They are coming off a game where they only scored 1 run, just not hitting the ball particularly well, and that's something that really held this team back a season ago. They're going on the road to take on the Pirates. Skeens took a no-hitter there into the 6th, threw the ball really well. That's great news there for Pittsburgh. They got the 7-1 win in that game, and that makes them 7-4 on the season, so definitely not a bad start as they turn to Mitch Keller for this game. This 30-year-old right-hander is 1-0 on the year, a 1.50 ERA. Both of his first 2 starts this season have looked excellent. 6 innings, 3 hits, no runs allowed there against the Mets. albeit in a 4-2 extra inning loss. Then 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs allowed there against Baltimore. In a game the Pirates would eventually win 5-4. He did walk 4 in that game as well as strike out 4, so maybe didn't exactly have his best command in that one, but we'll see if he can get a little bit of that back here against what has been a relatively weak hitting Padres team. Now, the Pirates bullpen has been decent to start the year as well. Not necessarily a huge strength for them last season, but a 3.38 bullpen ERA in the early goings definitely doesn't look too bad. And the offense, well, things are looking pretty good. They're 12th in the majors in runs scored. They're 11th in batting average. They're 6th in on-base percentage. We're liking what we're seeing from Ryan O'Hearn early. O'Neal Cruz is hitting the cover off the ball. A lot of positives right now for the Pirates. The Padres are minus 105 in this game. The Pirates are minus 115. We've got a total of 7.5. The Padres are 3-1 on the road, 6-3-1 to the under. The Pirates are 3-1 at home, 5-5 to the over-under. With a total here of 7.5, I am going to lean just slightly towards the under. I don't think we're going to see a crazy high-scoring game in this one. I think King will throw the ball relatively well, and I've liked what I've seen from Mitch Keller a lot in the early goings, but with the slight lean towards the under, I'm also definitely looking at taking the Pirates here at minus 115. It just feels like they've been the better team here through the early portion of the schedule. The Padres' offense has been atrocious, and I don't necessarily see that changing in this game, so definitely giving the Pirates here as a small lean playing at home. Next up, guys, we're looking at the Kansas City Royals heading to Cleveland to take on the Guardians. Now, the Royals are 5-6 on the season, so not a great start. They just lost game 2 of their series in Cleveland, a tough 2-1 loss there. An RBI single in the 9th gives the Guardians that 2-1 win. The Royals are going to try and bounce back in this one by handing the ball to Colt Rangans. He's 0-2 on the year, a 3.60 ERA. It got off to a bumpy start there. He really struggled against Atlanta his first start of the year. 4 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs allowed, and gave up 3 homers. Well, he looked great his last time out. Very, very good over 6 innings against the Twins. 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 unearned run allowed. Struck out 8 and walked 1. It was not his fault the Royals would eventually lose that game 5-1. So good work from Rangans. We'll see if he can build on that. The Royals bullpen has obviously not been good. A 5.97 bullpen ERA here in the early portion of the season is a bad look. And the offense picked up a little bit recently, so that's got to be something to feel good about. But they're coming off a 1-run game. They couldn't hit the ball at all. I know they're 15th in the majors in runs scored and 7th in batting average, but that has not really painted an accurate picture of what I'm seeing from the Royals in general at the plate. The Guardians, they come into this game 7-5 on the season. They've won 2 out of their last 3. They're going to hand the ball in this one to Joey Cantillo. He hasn't yet figured in a result this season. He's sporting a 3.00 ERA. Both of his starts this year have been very solid. He went into Seattle, went 3 2/3 innings, gave up 2 earned runs on 4 hits, so not exactly a great outing, but we do see Cleveland eventually win that game in extras. And then in the Cubs, he looked much better. 5 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run allowed, struck out 6, and walked 2 in a 4-1 win. So the Twins will definitely take that, or the Guardians will definitely take that. Their bullpen has also been, obviously they've had their bumps in the road so far here in the early goings, but I think they're definitely headed in the right direction, coming off a very good couple games here recently. So a lot of things to feel good about. The bad thing is the offense has been atrocious. They're 29th in batting average and 28th in runs scored. So not exactly a ton of good news there. The Guardians are minus 105 in this game. The Royals are minus 115. We've got a total of 7.5. The Royals are 2-2 on the road, 7-3 to the under. Cleveland's 2-2 at home, 7-4 to the under. Guys, we don't have to make this complicated. If you're begging me for a side, I will lean just slightly towards the Royals, I guess, but much better than that, guys. Give me no run first inning, or just give me under 7.5. We are not going to see a lot of offense in this one. Definitely the under is the play. I like what we're seeing for both starters right now. Neither offense is good. This is an under spot. Rolling right along, we get the Milwaukee Brewers heading to Boston to take on the Red Sox. Now, the Brewers and Red Sox are now in game 3 of this series, and yeah, things look pretty good for Boston there in Fenway with Crochet going nuts. The Brewers take the 3-2 loss. Bad play by me. Great play there by the premium MLB handicapper over at stumpthespread.com. The Brewers 8-3 on the season. They've been pretty darn good. They're going to hand the ball in this one to Chad Patrick, hoping he can get them back on track. He's 1-0 this year with a 0.96 ERA. His 2 starts this year have been against the White Sox and the Royals, so maybe take this with a grain of salt. But against the White Sox, 5 hits, 1 run allowed over 4 1/3 innings in a 6-1 win. And then against the Royals, 5 innings, 4 hits, no runs allowed, walked 3, and struck out 3. So don't have a lot of bad things to say about how Chad Patrick is throwing the ball in the early portion of the season. Things are looking very, very good for him. The bullpen for the Brewers has been excellent as well. A 2.58 bullpen ERA is very solid. And the offense right there going along, guys. They're 2nd in the majors in runs scored, 4th in batting average. Things looking very, very solid. 4th in slugging percentage as well. 2nd in on-base percentage. This team is putting in the work. Christian Yelich is hitting the cover off the ball right now, so we'll see what they can do here going to take on the Red Sox, who are 3-8 on the season, just got their third win of the year. Needed Crochet to go out there and throw a gem for them to win by 1 run. They're going to hand the ball in this one to Sonny Gray, who's 1-0 on the year, a 4.50 ERA. Had a pretty mediocre start there against the Reds to open the year in a game we see Boston eventually losing extras, but his last time out, 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs allowed there against the Padres in a 5-2 win. Has to make Boston fans feel a little bit better about this situation. We'll see what he can put together in this game. We'll see if that Boston bullpen can hold together. A 3.95 bullpen ERA in the early portion of the series. The season is not a nightmare, but also not, top tier. The biggest problem for this team has been their lack of offense. They're 23rd in runs scored, 19th in on-base percentage. I don't know why Contreras is freaking out about getting hit by a pitch. It's going to happen sometimes, guy. It wasn't even that egregious of a hit by pitch, but what are you going to do? The offense has not been great, and that's been one of their bigger problems. The Brewers are plus 115 in this game. The Red Sox are minus 135. We've got a total of 7.5. Milwaukee is 3-1 on the road, 7-3 to the over. Boston's 1-3 at home, 6-4 to the over. Maybe with these two guys on the mound, I don't know. I've looked more towards the under than the over for sure, but in terms of a side, I'll take the Brewers here at plus money. I'm not liking hardly anything I'm seeing from the Red Sox right now except for Crochet. I do expect this to be a low-scoring game, at least in the beginning, so maybe no run first inning or under in the first 5 is in play, but my best lean on this one's going to be those Milwaukee Brewers. Hey guys, before we cover the rest of this MLB slate and before we jump over and cover the entire NBA slate, we got to shout out the sponsor today in every day's video, and that is StumpTheSpread.com. Make sure you click the link in the description or in the pinned comment to go over there and see the top confidence picks from our entire team of experienced cappers. Right now, guys, our premium members are getting daily NBA, NHL, UFC, college basketball just ended, so that is over, but Major League Baseball has taken its place, guys, and we're off to a very, very good run over on the MLB side of things, and honestly, just looking like a very good run in general here on, on April 5th. The Nationals, that they did give up a lead there headed into the bottom of the 9th, but, they've still got their chances in that game, already cashing the no-run first inning on that Padres-Pirates game, already cashing the Red Sox there as a nice one-unit play, and the hot run on the NBA side of things continues with the Timberwolves already cashing there at minus 12.5, a nice, easy winning cover for them. So definitely get over there and check out the premium picks at StumpTheSpread.com. It's a great time to get in the mix. And keep in mind, those premium picks are often not going to match what you see from me here in the videos, as we have a team of experienced handicappers over there covering every single major sport, taking a crazy amount of data points into consideration on every single game. You definitely want to get in the mix on those premium picks if you are a serious sports bettor. But also, get over there to StumpTheSpread.com and check out all the great free stuff that we're offering right now. There are free picks every single day under the free picks tab. You guys know the drill. Go over there, click on that free picks tab and see what's in there. Could be Major League Baseball, could be NBA, could be both. Lots of great value in there, and it's a great way to see what it would be like to be a premium member, but you also got to get on that free email newsletter, guys. There's a massive golf write-up going out throughout the week covering the Masters, which is coming up, and you don't want to miss out on that because these golf plays in those emails have been absolutely bonkers level good. You do not want to miss out on those. You're seeing it right now on the screen, all the ones that have been cashing lately, so do not miss out on that. Those have been fantastic value, up around 60 units over the PGA Tour season so far. So do not miss out on those, but also in those email newsletter, guys, there's regular old free picks. There's, information on different betting strategies. There's parlays in there. It's just loaded with great information, so do not miss out on those emails. It's really easy to get on the list, too. You just go to StumpTheSpread.com, set up a free account. They're going to ask for your name and your email address. That's it. You get one email straight to your inbox every single day, just jam-packed with great sports betting info. So do not mess up and miss out on those. Also at StumpTheSpread.com, you can pick up a Stump the Spread hoodie if you're interested in having one of those. Right now, we're selling them for $39.99. That includes free shipping. We make nothing on those hoodies. That's basically at cost for us. So definitely, if you're interested in picking up a hoodie, that is the place to do it there under the shop tab. Additionally, if you're a massive fan of what you're seeing from here every single solitary day, click the little join button right below the video to sign up for a YouTube channel membership. YouTube channel members get early access to all of our videos. They get their name up on screen in every single video, but maybe most importantly, they get access to our members-only giveaways. We give away a Stump the Spread hoodie here every single Monday and every single Thursday to one random YouTube channel member. Just put the name of every single YouTube channel member on a big wheel. We spin that wheel live on the video. Whoever it lands on gets a Stump the Spread hoodie of their size, mailed straight to their address of choice. So huge shout out to everybody that is a YouTube channel member. Huge shout out to everybody that watches these videos in general. make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you're getting over there to stompthespread.com. Get on that email list, check out the free picks, and check out those red hot premium picks, especially on the NBA and MLB side. And now let's get back after it, guys. Next up, we're looking at the Baltimore Orioles going on the road to take on the Chicago White Sox. The Orioles come into this game 5-6 on the season, but they have won the first two in this series, winning 2-1 and then 4-2. I mean, Gunnar Henderson hitting home runs, that is something you love to see if you're an Orioles fan. He's already got 4 so far this season and 9 RBIs, so that is all great news. They're going to be hitting the ball in this one to Kyle Brandish. He is 0-2 on the season, a 6.23 ERA. His first couple starts have not gone great. He was at home for that start against Minnesota, went 4 2/3 innings, gave up 2 hits, 3 runs, 2 of which were earned, gave up a home run in that game and walked 3. Against Pittsburgh, 4 innings, 6 hits, 4 earned runs, walked 3 and struck out 6. So maybe his stuff's improving a little bit, but the control issues are definitely still significant issues. So we'll see what he can do in this one. The Orioles bullpen has been mediocre at best, an ERA just over 4 so far this year. And the offense, 4-2-2-2, 4 and 8 over their last few. They're 23rd in the majors in runs scored and 19th in slugging percentage. This team needs to be good offensively if they're going to be actually good this year. The White Sox come into this game 4-7 on the season. Obviously not looking great over their last couple. Coming off that sweep against Toronto, I guess that was maybe a little bit predictable. They're going to hand the ball in this one to Sean Burke, who's 0-1 on the year, a 3.60 ERA. His couple of starts, not a great outing there against Milwaukee. 4 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 of which were earned. But then against Toronto, 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run allowed, walked 0, and struck out 7. So a very, very good time for Sean Burke in that game. We'll see if he can back it up, see if he can throw the ball well in this one. The White Sox bullpen has been a problem. A 5.80 bullpen ERA in the early returns is not a good look. So we'll see if they can figure that out in the offense. Well, it is the White Sox, guys. They are clearly in the bottom third of the majors once again. 23rd in runs scored, 25th in both batting average and slugging percentage. So not a team that's really killing it at the plate. The Orioles are -155 in this game. The White Sox are +130. We've got a total of 7.5. Baltimore's 1-3 on the road, or I guess now 2-3 on the road. They're 5-5 to the over/under. The White Sox are 3-2 at home, 7-3 to the over. Maybe with these two guys on the mound, it's not a terrible idea to lean towards the over, although early season overs can be a little bit tough to figure out. In terms of a side, I'm going to lean towards the White Sox here to find a way to salvage a win in this series. They're getting +130 also, so that doesn't hurt the old odds at all. Give me the White Sox here playing at home. Next up, we're taking a look at the Seattle Mariners heading to Texas to take on the Rangers. Now, the Mariners are 4-7 on the season. They're actually still live in their current game in Texas in Game 2. Seattle is down 2-3 in that game, so a close one coming down the stretch. The Mariners have not had a great time, and given the squabbles and weirdness we saw between some of their teammates, some teammates who are on opposite sides of different games in the World Baseball Classic, I can't say that I'm super shocked. We'll see if handing the ball to Brian Wu can help straighten things out. This 26-year-old righty hasn't figured in a result yet this year, but is sporting a 1.38 ERA. His last outing was against the Angels, 7 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts, no runs allowed. His start before that was against Cleveland, 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs allowed. He struck out 9 in that game. He is looking great. Let's hope that he can stay healthy and have a big year there for the Mariners. Now, the Seattle bullpen over the course of the season was excellent. A 2.21 bullpen ERA is not something I'm going to complain about at any point during the season. The problem has been their total lack of offense. Cal Raleigh finally hitting his first home run of the season. That's great news, but they're still last in the majors in batting average, second to last in slugging percentage, and 20th in runs scored. So we'll see if they can turn any of that around here against the Rangers, who are 5-5 on the season. DeGrom says his knee's going to be okay, but he's waiting on that MRI. Obviously, you'd rather see it be a knee issue than an arm issue, but it's not good news. They're going to hand the ball in this one to Mackenzie Gore, who's 1-0 on the year, a 3.97 ERA. He's had 2 starts this year, and neither one were really dominant, but neither one was terrible either. He did give up 2 home runs there against the Reds the last time he faced them, but also struck out 9 and walked 0. We did, unfortunately for the Rangers, see them lose that game 5-3, but his first start of the year was very good there against the Phillies. We'll see which version of him we get in this game. The Rangers bullpen has been lights out this year so far. A 1.83 bullpen ERA has them in 3rd in the majors, so that's all great news. The offense, could it be headed in the right direction? Potentially. They're 12th in batting average, 11th in slugging percentage, 20th in runs scored, though. So we'll see what they can put together in this one. Not exactly having a super high scoring game in their current outing. So we'll see how things go. The Mariners are -120. The Rangers are +100. We've got a total of 8 in this game. The Mariners, they are 1-3 on the road, 6-5 to the under. The Rangers are 1-3 at home, 4-2 to the over/under. I actually think this is a very good spot to take under. I think this game should be more like 7.5. Give me a half run of value here on under 8. I don't have any problem with that at all. If you're begging me for a side, I am going to lean towards the Mariners with Brian Wu on the mound, but they've been so mediocre at the plate this year, I can't really trust that too much. So I think the under is the safer play. Heading into the last couple of MLB games before we jump over and cover that NBA slate, we got the Cincinnati Reds heading to Miami to take on the Marlins. Now, the Reds are 8-3 on the season. They've won 5 in a row, so that has to feel great. They're going to hand the ball in this one to Brady Singer. He's hasn't figured out a result this year and has been kind of mediocre. Decent starts against both Texas and Boston, but not really dominant performances. We'll see what he gets up to in this one. The Reds' bullpen has obviously been a bit of a bright spot this year, so they'll certainly take that. And the offense, well, they did score 6 runs in the last game, but they're still last in the majors in runs scored in 27th in slugging percentage, so maybe some concerns still lingering there as they head to Miami to take on these Marlins. Now, currently, these two teams are they still playing? Is this game still live at the moment? I thought this one had ended. Oh yeah, this one ended. Yeah, Cincinnati won 6-3 in extras. So we'll see what the Marlins can do to salvage a win in this one, hitting the ball to Yuri Perez. This 22-year-old righty is 0-1 on the year, a 5.73 ERA. Really struggled against the Yankees his last time out. Had an okay start against the Colorado Rockies, but that's going to happen for a lot of guys. So we'll see what he can put together in this one. The Marlins bullpen has been good this year. That has not been the problem. The offense has also been excellent. 7th in runs scored, 6th in batting average. And when you're 6-4 on the season for a franchise like Miami, you can't cry too much. The Reds are plus 115 in this game. The Marlins are minus 135. We've got a total of 7.5. The Reds are 4-0 or maybe 5-0 now on the road, 6-3-1 to the under. Miami 5-2 at home, 6-4 to the over. This is a very tough one to call. I am going to lean just slightly towards Yuri Perez and the Marlins here at home. Minus 135 feels a hair expensive to me, so it probably won't be a pinned comment play. In our last MLB game before we hop over to the NBA slate, we got the Detroit Tigers heading to Minnesota to take on the Twins. The Tigers are 6-4 on the season. They're currently down 4-1 in the top of the 8th, so things not looking good in game 2 of this series either. It's been a rough start to the year. Framber Valdez has actually helped with that. He's 1-0 on the year, a 0.75 ERA. A decent, but a little bit, had to pitch out of some trouble there against the Padres, but then dominated the Cardinals over 6 innings. So we'll see if he can run it back. We'll see if that Tigers bullpen can kind of figure itself out. It's been middle of the road at best this year. The offense has just been not great. 17th in batting average, 17th in slugging percentage. Nobody off to a particularly hot start. So we'll see what they can do against the Twins, who come into this game only 4-6 on the year. They're going to hand the ball to Bailey Ober, who hasn't figured in a result yet this season, but has not thrown the ball well. Hasn't made it past 4 innings in any of his starts. Has given up 3 earned runs at least in each of his starts, so not a great look there. The Twins' bullpen has been really bad, and the offense, slightly better than average in runs scored, but their batting average and slugging percentage numbers are terrible, so I think we're going to see those runs scored numbers regress quite a bit. The Tigers are significant favorites here at minus 155. The Twins are plus 130. We've got a total of 8 in this game. Detroit's not great on the road. They're a slight over team. Minnesota, not great at home, and they're a slight under team. I'm going to lean just slightly towards the under in this game, under 8. I don't think that's a crazy lean at all, especially given what we're seeing in the early goings. In terms of a side, I will take the Tigers here at minus 155 with Valdez on the mound, but I am not interested in the side in this game at all, really, guys. I'm more looking at that under. Now, guys, hopping over to look at this full NBA slate. Right out of the gate here, we've got the Atlanta Hawks heading to Cleveland to take on the Cavaliers. Now, the Hawks, they're coming off a tough 108-105 loss there against the Knicks, wasting an incredible game there from Nickeil Alexander-Walker. The Hawks, in general, have to be pretty disappointed with that loss, but they have to be pretty excited about the direction things are pointed in this season. I don't think anybody's going to be particularly stoked to face the Hawks here in the first round. They are trying to hold on to that 5 seed. I would imagine they wouldn't mind playing Cleveland in the opening round of the playoffs here. Probably more likely to want to play Cleveland than the Knicks, but tough to say. They honestly probably should have won that game against the Knicks. Now, the Hawks, they come into this one looking relatively healthy. No significant injuries here as they are ready to go as they head to Cleveland to take on the Cavaliers, who seem like they are more than happy to stay in the 4 seed. Don't seem super interested in trying to play for that 5 seed, which is weird, or for that 3 seed, which is weird. So we'll see what happens with them down the stretch. They are coming off a blowout win there over the Grizzlies, so they'll take that. They haven't played anybody really good in a bit. They're dealing with some injuries. We see Donovan Mitchell on the injury report, along with Dean Wade. Jalen Tyson missing time has obviously been a big deal for this team as well. Mitchell with that ankle issue is questionable for this game. Dean Wade with the ankle issue is questionable as well. And Jalen Tyson with his toe issue is also questionable. So a lot of unknowns here. They are at home, so that should help some. They're 2.5-point favorites. We've got a total here of 236.5. Atlanta's 23-16 against spread on the road. 16-17 against spread after a loss, 22-17 to the over on the road. Cleveland is 14 and 25 against spread at home. That's an NBA worst mark. They are 18 and 31 against spread after a win. They are 24 and 15 to the under at home. I don't think under 236.5 is wild in this game, but much better than that, guys. Give me the Hawks here getting 2.5 points. Cleveland does not feel locked into me. It does not feel like they're playing their best ball of the season right now. I think the Hawks are live to win this game straight up. Getting the free bucket definitely helps, and Donovan Mitchell being on the sidelines is a positive as well. Next up, we're looking at the Minnesota Timberwolves going on the road to take on the Orlando Magic. Now, the Timberwolves came through for us there on Tuesday night, getting the 20-point blowout win there over the Pacers. This was nowhere near the full-strength Timberwolves. We see Dosunmu, Randall, Bones Highland all play really, really well in that game. Now they get to take on a team that's not exactly tanking, but also not exactly very good. The problem for the Timberwolves is we don't have a fully updated injury report, so that's not great, and we don't have concrete numbers for this game yet either, which leads us to think this current number is either A, wildly incorrect, or B, the Timberwolves are going to rest even more guys in this one. It does appear there's supposed to be some sort of chance Anthony Edwards could come back and play in this game, but that seems wildly unlikely to me. There's no real incentive there. Their only incentive would really be to try and catch up to the Houston Rockets there in the 5 seed, but we don't really see that happening. It's only 2.5 games, but we're running out of games here left in the season. So we'll see about that. Not a fully updated injury report for the Timberwolves as they head to Orlando to take on the Magic, who are coming off a 123-107 win there over the Detroit Pistons. Now, let's not get too excited. That's obviously the B team at best, maybe like C team there for the Pistons. So the Magic do take care of business. Paolo plays well in that game. We saw from Desmond Bane as well, and 14 points off the bench from Anthony Black is a really big deal. The Magic, they come into this one looking healthy-ish. We do see Wendell Carter Jr. on the injury report. He's questionable with a nasal fracture. That's got to sting a little bit. Now, the Magic, they are currently sitting in the 9 seed, 2 games up on the Miami Heat, tied with the Hornets and the 76ers, and only 1 game back of the Toronto Raptors. So these games for Orlando are very, very important. Right now, it looks like they're going to be 2.5-point favorites. We've got a total of 226.5. Minnesota is 16 and 22 against spread on the road, 7 and 6 against spread on no rest, 21 and 17 to the over on the road. The Magic are 18 and 21 against spread at home, 16 and 26 against spread after a win, 21 and 18 to the over at home. If we really do see a total here of 226.5, maybe you could talk me into the over, but better than that, give me the Magic here at anything semi-reasonable. If this is under 5 points, I definitely like Orlando, assuming that the Timberwolves are going to be resting a bunch of guys. So maybe check back on the pinned comment for this one, since we don't have concrete numbers. But with Orlando being in desperation mode and this game not really mattering too much to the Timberwolves, definitely shade towards the Magic. Next up, guys, we got the Milwaukee Bucks going on the road to take on the Detroit Pistons. Lots of weirdness going on for the Bucks. Reports coming out about Giannis asking for trades. Reports coming out about Doc Rivers just getting straight up asked about his future and talking about his grandkids. So who knows what's going to be going on there. Doc Rivers did not come back to coaching to coach a losing team, and that's what he ended up with here. All the Giannis drama has been a disaster. The only starter we see available for the Bucks coming into this game is Deng. Sounds like he'll play, but it's probably going to be Deng, AJ Green, Taurean Prince, guys like Pete Nance, Jericho Sims. Not a whole lot of starting level NBA talent going to be going out there on the floor. Now, the Pistons, they're kind of out of stuff to play for with that top spot in the East locked up. They have to feel very, very good about that. Quite the accomplishment. They'll certainly take it. The real question for them is, when is Cade going to come back and how healthy can they get before the playoffs? Right now, it does appear that they're going to be playing most of their starters, but I would assume they're going to be playing them relatively limited minutes. Just want to keep them sharp without exposing them to more injury than they have to. Officially, Cade is questionable for this game against the Bucks. I would be pretty shocked if he came back and played in this game, but it's not 0%, and I think that's one of the reasons we don't have a confirmed set of numbers for this game. Right now, it's looking like the Pistons are minus 11.5. We've got a total of 221.5. Milwaukee is 16 and 22 against spread on the road, 9 and 5 against the spread on no rest, 25 and 13 to the under on the road. That's actually an NBA best to the under. Detroit's 20 and 19 at home, 12 and 9 against spread after a loss, 21 and 18 to the under at home. Guys, if the Pistons are going to play anywhere close to everyone in this game, definitely give me Detroit here to get the blowout win and cover. If this is under 15 points, I would be thrilled, especially if Cade's playing. That seems amazing. So we'll definitely be on the Pistons in this one. Let's hope that number stays reasonable. Next up, we're going to the Memphis Grizzlies going on the road to take on the Denver Nuggets. Now, the Grizzlies are 25 and 54 in the season. They've been tanking things out pretty hard. They're coming off a 142-126 loss against Cleveland. Not even a good team. They also managed to lose by 16 against the Bucks. It's getting bleak there. We're not going to see Javon Small, Ty Jerome, Gigi Jackson. Probably won't see Prosper in this game either. Kim Spencer's been sitting out. Like, they are tanking it out hard here at the end of the year. Not seeing a lot of NBA caliber players on the floor there for the Memphis Grizzlies. They're heading to Denver to take on the Nuggets, who are on a tear. They've won 9 in a row, including a big win there over the San Antonio Spurs. Jokic is playing incredible. We're loving what we're seeing from, honestly, the entire roster at this point. Peyton Watson getting back and being healthy would be a big deal. Jamal Murray has played great down the stretch, but they need Watson and Spencer Jones to get healthy. Obviously, Aaron Gordon being healthy is a huge, huge deal as well. We don't know when Watson's going to come back. We don't really know if Spencer Jones is going to come back sooner or later, but he won't play in this game. Other than that, they're healthy and ready to go, and that's why they are 21.5-point favorites here at home. We've got a total of 243.5. Memphis is 17-20 against spread on the road, 25-28 against spread after a loss, 21-16 to the under on the road. Denver is 19-20 against spread at home, 25-25 against spread after win, 21-18 to the over at home. Memphis is not good enough to help this total get to 243.5. So I do think under is very, very alive in this game. It might even be my favorite lean. I mean, if you're begging me for a side here, I will lean just slightly towards the Denver Nuggets to get a complete blowout win and cover in this one, but that seems like a bit of a stretch. I think the under is the better play. Next up, guys, we're looking at the Portland Trail Blazers heading to San Antonio to take on the Spurs. Now, the Trail Blazers are 40-39 on the season. They're coming off that tough 5-point loss in Denver, so they're probably not very happy about that. They didn't have any answer there for Jokic, and we see the Trailblazers blow a 16-point deficit there in the fourth quarter to eventually lose in overtime. That was a brutal one. I had to love what you saw from guys like Toumani Camara, guys like Denny Adjeva. I mean, Drew Holiday and Scoot both played well in that game, and Matisse Thybulle putting up 14 points off the bench. That is a lot more offense than they're used to seeing from him. So a good night out for the Blazers. Despite the fact they lost, they come into this game looking healthy-ish, although no Jeremy Grant still is a problem dealing with that calf issue. He will not be playing in this one. Haven't seen him since late last month. So we'll see when he can get back out there on the floor. The Blazers currently find themselves in the 9 seed with chances to move up at least to the 8 seed, probably not to the 7 seed though. So we'll see what they kind of can put in here down the stretch. The Spurs, sounds like good news for them. Wemby avoids major injury. He's doubtful for this one. There's no chance that he plays here against Portland, but all good news there for the Spurs. He should be back much, much sooner rather than later. The Spurs are 2.5 games back of the Thunder, so they're trying to put some pressure on OKC for that top spot, but seems incredibly unlikely that they would catch the Thunder, which I don't think that's going to be a huge deal for San Antonio down the stretch this year. Anyway, they've looked so good. We do see Castle and Wembanyama both on the injury report. Wemby not going to play in this game. There's no chance. Castle also listed as doubtful for this one as he deals with that knee injury. I think they just want to make sure that he's healthy for the playoffs. Now, looking at the numbers here, the Spurs are still 3.5-point favorites at home. We've got a total of 235.5. Portland's 19-21 against spread on the road, 22-16 against spread after a loss, 23-17 to the under on the road. The Spurs are 20-16-1 against spread at home, 30-27-2 against spread after win, 21-16 to the under at home. I definitely think under 235.5 is alive in this game. Will it make the pin comment? Probably not, and I think that's because I like the Spurs here at -3.5 so much. I know they're missing probably their 2 best players, honestly, if you ask me, but with Fox out there, Dylan Harper getting more minutes, Keldon Johnson getting more minutes, Vassell, Champagnie, Luke Cornett getting more minutes. Like, this team is deep, has tons and tons of very solid players. I don't think that Portland's going to have a great time in this one, especially playing on the road. Rounding into the home stretch here, guys, we're looking at the Oklahoma City Thunder heading to LA to take on the Clippers. Now, their game against the Lakers on the 5th has not tipped yet. LeBron not even playing in that game, so good thing we jumped on the Thunder early there at -15.5. But yeah, the Thunder, hey, they've been looking great this season. They're trying to lock up the top spot in the West. It's been an amazing season for them. We'll see who they actually have available for this game, but I expect most of their team to play, and even if they don't, this is a team that's so loaded with depth all the way up and down the roster. They're going to have somebody good out there to put in pretty much any spot. The Clippers, they've been needing to win games down the stretch. They blew out the Sacramento Kings. We'll see what they can do against Dallas. Both of these teams will obviously be playing on no rest, so we don't have updated injury reports, but the Clippers need to win these games. They want to hold on to at least the 8 seed. They've got a chance to move up to the 7 seed still, so I think these are important games for the Clippers, who are reportedly getting 7.5 points in this game. We'll see what that number actually settles at. We've got a total of 224.5 in this one. The Thunder are 18-19 against spread on the road, 3-10 against the spread on no rest, 20-17 to the over on the road. The Clippers are 20-18 against spread at home, 6-8 against spread on no rest, and they're a 500 over-under team at home. We'll see what we got to wait and see. We got to just, this has to be a wait and see spot. Unfortunately, I do think there's a good chance we'll like the Clippers in the points here, but we have to know who's going to play in this game and who's not going to play in this game for the Thunder. So unfortunately, guys, we just got to wait around. Last but not least here, we're looking at the Dallas Mavericks heading to Phoenix to take on the Suns. Now the Mavs, they've got their current game against the Clippers. Then after that's over, they got to fly to Phoenix. It's not a terrible flight, but a flight nonetheless. We'll see what they can do here down the stretch, obviously, but this team is generally more incentivized to lose games at this point in the season than win them, so I can see them sitting out a few guys. The Suns, on the other hand, though, have been grinding it out all season long. They're currently in the 7th seed, going to be looking to hold on to that. They haven't played their game yet against Houston, so could be a little bit of a tough one, but at least they play at home against Houston and then don't have to travel and host these Dallas Mavericks. The Suns haven't been dealing with a ton of injuries lately. That's been great news. They need Booker, Jalen Green, Goodwin, Dylan Brooks. I mean, honestly, they need this whole lineup has gone through injuries at some point this season. They need those guys healthy. Right now, it's looking like the Suns might be 11.5 point favorites. We've got a total of 228.5. Dallas 15-22 against the spread on the road, 7-7 against spread on no rest, 24-13 to the under on the road. The Suns are 23-16 against spread at home, 6-9 against spread on no rest, 26-13 to the under at home. Two very tired teams in a situation like this. I certainly like the under. I don't think we're going to see a crazy amount of offense here. I think the under is certainly the play you want. If you're begging me for a side, depending on who plays for the Mavs, and if they really are getting 11.5 points, that might not be terrible either, but I think the under is the far superior pick. Guys, that's all the games we have for today on a very, very busy Wednesday. Do me a huge favor, hit that like button. Hopefully that'll bring you good luck on all of your picks today. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, really looking to hit that 100K mark this year. Share these videos out there. Make sure you're hitting the subscribe button yourself. It really, really helps us out. Let me know in the comments any questions you have on today's slate. If I don't have the answer for you, I can reach out to the premium handicappers over there at stumpthespread.com, and they will certainly have something to say. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you're clicking the link in the description to get over there to stumpthespread.com. Check out all the great stuff over there. The free picks tab, you definitely don't want to miss out on those. Get on that email newsletter before you miss out on those big Masters write-ups, and definitely check out the premium picks. MLB is about to light on fire. Looks like it's going to be two very, very good days here back to back. So do not miss out on that. And guys, we'll see you right back here tomorrow, same time, same place, for more sports betting action.